Hey folks, Future Marstead here. Sorry for the long delay in this episode coming out. You might hear my foot pedal at Artie Nights right now on my group Ironman. Yeah, so I was hoping to get this one out on the usual once a week schedule, and then sitting trying to figure out how to do Chambers of Xeric. If I wanted to edit it with my commentary on top of it, if I wanted to have like a webcam of me reacting to things, in my files, I labeled that this needed external commentary after the fact, but I underestimated how much talking I actually did during the actual run. So after listening to the whole VOD, it turned out that I did quite a bit of talking. The main problem here is that like because I'm recording everything, I don't like manually choose what to record and what not to record. I can't actually watch all of my VODs because it would take me, what's the live split counter at in this video? 2,300 hours just to watch them. So I've had to come up with like a almost programmatic method of editing these, which is where I fast forward the parts that are quiet and stop fast forwarding when I start talking and assume that that's going to be a pretty good sample of what was or wasn't interesting at the time. But this was an unusual video in that like all of the Chambers of Xeric run was interesting, even though I spent a lot of it not talking. So I'd love to say that the like several week delay in getting this video out is going to represent a huge jump in like editing quality, like you'd see from the Swampletics finale or the Verf finale or something. But no, this is going to be a pretty standard episode. I have added a few points where I'll freeze the video and then comment after the fact on what's going on. In the section of the Ulm fight, because I wasn't able to talk because I was so focused on figuring out what the heck was going on. All of the commentary you're hearing there is from future me, but it took me a long time to actually listen to the whole VOD and decide how I was going to edit it. So now that I know how I'm going to do this for the future, I don't think you're going to see this kind of a delay for future videos. I should have another one of these out next week, and then we'll be back on the weekly upload cadence from that point forward. The next time it might be slow, I think, would be around the Inferno. Whenever I actually get around to finishing the Inferno, I'm still working on the gear grind for that. I'm probably not going to be able to talk or give any commentary during that, so it'll likely be a similar situation that I'll have to listen to the entire VOD and comment over it after it's done. So thanks for dealing with this long intro. Thanks for dealing with the long wait, and hope you enjoy Chambers of Xeric. Here we go. Hey, good morning. Today I think we're going to do the blind Chambers of Xeric run. I don't know how blind we're going to be able to be. If me, Chaos Factor, and Puppet can all do it together, we're just going to try to go in there and figure it out, which I think would be awful and fun. And then after that, we'll get with other people and have them teach us how to actually do it. I am almost out of prayer potions. I need to start working on replacing them. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm just going to do farm runs, which I haven't done in a super long time. I got to like get some gear together and remember what the hell I was doing and how it works. So bear with me as I get that started here. I'm sure we'll return to Zulrah later. I do need one more drop. We'll see. Since I'm so shockingly dry, I'm going to give Hispori another try. See if I get a endless compost bucket. First Hispori fight in months. I kind of miss this part of the daily grind. Still a pretty fun boss. Nope, no drop. One day. Should probably get back in the habit of doing birdhouse runs. If I can find time for them. If I can... I always forget something. Stupid barley seats back. Maybe I can do them in between Slayer tasks or something. That was the main problem, is just finding the time to fit to do it. Such a small time investment, but you really got to be dedicated to keeping on top of them. After this farming run, I'm going to try to clear out some bank space. I can't believe I got to 94 farming without realizing you can spam click a allotment in order to increase the speed at which you harvest it. I don't think it's would have saved me a ton of time because I do some AFK stuff while harvesting, but still. Yeah, it's like you could get it into this cycle where it like starts harvesting twice as fast. I have no idea how that works. Finally get to use this ridiculous herb patch. Eventually I'm going to need to set up a teleport here in order for this to be worth it, because right now it's not really worth it. Finally get to use the Sidious tree. It's a really nice shortcut for this patch here. Pretty successful farming run. Walk out with 574 snape grass. I'm going to try to clear some bank space here really quick. I should make a filter that's just items that I need for clue steps. Sold a few more hard clue rewards, just so I'll reclaim them at some other time. Saving some bank space by using my armor case. Might try to look through it and see what other POH savings I can get. Just with the tribal mask, that's cool. Oh, and the mourner gear. For some reason I didn't think that was possible. Tribal mask, mourner gear, builder, ham robes, which I think I sold instead of storing because I'm a dummy. Just freed up a ton of bank space. Probably should have done that a long time ago. I'm gonna try to gear up for Chambers of Xeric here. I've got a recommended gear list. I don't think we're gonna be able to go super blind. I think Trock might come with us and help us out without telling us exactly what to do unless we ask for help. I don't yet know if we're gonna have voice chat or not, so I'll look into that shortly. But yeah, give me a second to get a gear set up for Chambers of Xeric here. Alright, here's my tentative Chambers of Xeric layout. Let's see here. It's exciting to have enough gear to be able to attempt this. All of this stuff was first researching the Diary Cape are things that I did not dream of having way back then. Like we've got RMs, Trident of the Seas, Butte God Cloak, Toxic Blowpipe, the Assembler, got D'hide Boots, Bandos Godsword, the Whip, the Amulet of Fury, the Dragon Boots, the Berserker Ring. It's come a really long way since the Quest Cape. Double check, so this is based on Clover's recommendation in our Discord. I haven't actually looked at the wiki. I'm not going to read the guide, but I'm going to look at the gear recommendations. Making some adjustments to the setup because we need humidify runes, so I switched to the Lunar Spellbook, bringing a fighter torso, part of the switch. I think this is the final setup. Went ahead and bringing the Armadyl chestplate, starting with fighter torso and arms robe skirt equipped. Should be able to do switches without too much trouble here. I actually don't know where to go to start this. Google that real quick. I think it's on top of that Peter Mortem or whatever. Minecart rides are 50 coins. Kill me. Pretty sure there's a bank chest up there, so I'm sure I have a more efficient way to get up top here. I just have never done it before. I'll look into it once I get to the summit bank, and I'll probably AFK for a bit while we wait to get set up. I don't think we've got Puppet this morning, so it's going to be me and Chaos who are completely blind, and Trock, who has done this a million times solo. What I've asked Trock to do is to kind of just let us figure it out, and we'll ask if we have questions, because I think it would be fun to show off a blind-ish playthrough of Chambers of Xeric. You know, as blind as you're going to get. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. The honest truth is that I played Final Fantasy XIV on stream and was able to kind of create a expectation that I could sight read encounters. Dungeons and raids are usually laid out in such a way that it's possible for a blind group of players to just figure them out on their first try after dying a couple times. What I didn't know, and what Troc didn't tell me, is that the world first people who completed Chambers of Xeric, like the best players in the history of RuneScape, took days or weeks to figure out some of these encounters and figure out some of these strats, and that it certainly was not designed to be sight readable. Maybe some of the smaller encounters were, but Ulm certainly not. So this was kind of a flawed idea from the get-go. We're not able to commit to it for the entire raid. It's already like many hours long. I think this VOD by itself, first Chambers of Xeric attempt, was like 7 hours long. So just, shout out to Troc for being such a good, friendly person of letting us attempt this. Probably could have just brought down the hammer and said, no, that's a terrible idea. But we were able to learn it was a terrible idea on our own. So without further ado, here is Chambers of Xeric Blind. We're only going to do one run like that where Chaos and I have absolutely no idea what we're doing, not getting direct guidance. And after that, we'll try to do it with people who know what they're doing. So I think we're approaching ready to give this a try. Way to go, Troc, for getting Omlet solo. Pretty excited about this. I'm going to do my best to comment. Obviously, I'll try to edit this VOD title to say that it's Chambers of Xeric and not the fast-forward stuff. I think we're going to be doing most of our communicating via chat at the bottom. I'm going to type out a plan here, and then I'll read it out loud. Right, so the idea is Chaos Factor and I have never done this before. We haven't read anything about it, so we are open to wildly speculate together in the chat here, and I'll try to read as we're typing. If I'm not able to, just read the chat at the bottom. I'll not fast forward this. We might ask Troc if we get stuck. Troc will probably end up doing stuff right if, they need to in order to survive. And then after this first KC, we'll actually learn how to do it, like watching videos and reading the wiki and that kind of thing. Try going in here, see how that works. The item shop on the ground will be lost inside. Enter Chambers of Xeric. Items left in the dungeon can't be retrieved. Participants may eject at any time. Don't risk dropping items. Okay, accept warning and proceed. New song. Yeah, let me check the plugins too. Alright, so Shadow Root, Large Crystal, Carved Head. This is pretty cool. None of these are interactable, so I assume there's nothing we can do with them just yet. Use the controls on the side panel when you're ready to begin the raid. Party size 3. Start raid. No one may join the party after the raid begins. Begin the raid. Enter passage. Scavenger beasts. Oh, they have low health. That's interesting. Mushrooms. Hammers. It's this place's instance. Everything doesn't despawn, right? This is just a way to get items that we need to progress. So we got some stinkhorn mushrooms, hammer, and a fishing rod. Vanguard. Let's see what happens. Time to die. Vanguard melee, it says. Oh, I see. There's a melee, a ranger. Maybe that's incorrect. And they change positions. That's interesting. Yeah, the ranged one, attack styles, it looks like. See, this is where the switches come in. Okay, I think I get this one. Kind of. We'll have to die to discuss it, though, I think. 3 bosses, each with a different associated attack style. They rotate around and do different attacks. Presumably weak against different attack styles. Do some kind of rock falling attack. Interesting. My guess is we have to attack one of them per rotation. Asking if we run out of brews, is that game over, or can we farm for food? And whether or not we can step out of the room to reset. Asking Trock if we can reset by just stepping out of the room, and whether we game over by just being out of brews or not. Leave the room, we won't reset, we just lose aggro. In that case, it's going to be a 0 points run, but that's part of trying to figure it out. Okay, therefore using up until the end. At any point we can bail and restart, but then we'll get different rooms, right? A roguelike. Abandon raid by leaving CC and rejoining. Looks like this place is divided into chambers and counters. So what we're discussing here, go into each individual encounter, completely blind, back out, discuss what we thought happened, go in again with what we discussed, back out, and then ask Trock how close we were to guessing what the mechanic is. And he'll just fill in whatever we got wrong, and then we'll reset the raid when we run out of supplies. It's a ranged one. Need to figure out what causes them to heal here. That one I'm not clear on just yet. This is working. Just meleeing down the ranged ad. Oh shit. Something else is triggering the reset. Yeah. Took longer for the reset to happen than the first attempts. This is pretty fun. I'm enjoying this, trying to figure this out. Ooh, they have to be within 40% HP of each other. If you hit one too much, they reset. Clever. So that's a way for it to both work as solo. Gotcha. So, okay. I think we're going to try to attempt it in order to make sure that our method works, and then we'll reset the raid and see if we get this one again. We got a plan. I'm going to call out when we get to 65%. We've assigned everyone to a Vanguard. This is really cool. I really, really enjoy this. I like this strategy, too, of trying it twice and then just asking Trunk, okay, how does it work? Here we go. So they move around to be annoying. Mine's at 63. I think that there's some markers, it looks like. Oh, and the plugin that lets you know. Interesting. Okay. About to die now, a bruise. I get how it works, though. It's kind of cool. And then it looks like the plugin shows you their relative health. So you can just do that next time we get them. Shrinking is a thing, but it destroys your score. Got it. Yeah, I like that they don't reset, because the points penalty is already punishing enough, right? They don't have to double punish you. Xeric's aid. I see. Twisted. So these are basically supply pots. Sure. We see if they're specified on the wiki, saying that the little nubs on the bar are showing you the other people's health. Visual cue that indicates when their health is too high or low, and they'll heal themselves and their health differs by 40% in groups of 4 or less, rather than 33%. So, I think we leave chat, no longer in the party, and then we rejoin chat. We get Vanguards again, so that'll be nice. We can get a little bit deeper. The scavengers might matter what chamber we're connected to. Okay.
Got it. Oh, and they all have unique identifiers. The ranged Vanguard is weak to melee, identified by rocks under its tentacles. Melee Vanguard is weak to magic. Tentacles are raised up in front of it. Mage Vanguard is weak to ranged. Has no tentacles. Rocks is range, that makes sense. It throws the rocks at you. The raised ones I can think of as being like a shield. We'll see how this works here when he engages. One goes south, one goes north sneakily. Third person waits for the next rotation. Okay. So they're gonna go first. Gas needs to be careful not to cross aggro there. And I also don't think they aggro when they transition. It's showing me the whole window, and I can fuck it up for everyone else, so I gotta be careful now. Just gonna wait for them to catch up here. The melee one needs to go down quite a bit. It's such a cool fight. I think we're good to just kill now. This is so smooth. Love it. Well, we did it. That went really well. I kind of get it. So I think that went pretty well. Main thing is when engaging, you need to hug the wall of the one you are attacking so you don't aggro the other one, and stay on top of it as well as you can, right? Overload works the way you'd expect it to, I assume. Xeric's aid is brew. Twisted is ranged defense pot. We're just discussing plugins here to use so you can clearly tell which of these things, what they'd each do. Hey, Vanguard Judgment. Let me check that out. It's lore. Read Vanguard Judgment. Learn ye, reader of the wrath of our Lord Xeric. Learn ye of the punishment that awaits those who fail him. Penalty for failure is immense. I don't want to hold them up, so I'll read this later when we get to Playground House. Alright, so there's Deathly Mages, Deathly Rangers, and a Tightrope? Interesting. Keystone Crystal on the opposite side. And Chaos is just going for it. Yeah. So I was about to type, my guess for this one was we need to do something about the mages and rangers before crossing. Maybe multiplayer, 2 players can distract while one crosses. Or can just kill them and then cross. Maybe. I'm gonna try attacking them and see what happens here. Or you just kill one side and then prot the other side. Looks like killing them definitely works. I'm gonna try crossing now. Tightrope. See if I get completely wrecked here. Stop them at all costs. Hey, I did survive that time. Oh, but then they kept attacking me on the other side. My theory is there's a couple ways to do it. You just kill all of them and then cross, or 2 people tank aggro while one of them crosses, or you kill one side and then cross with protection, grab the thing and then leave. So you have to kill them all, I assume. So I cross the tightrope. So this raid is fucking rad. It's love that you have to click rocks for thousands of hours to even be able to do this. It's pretty awesome. Salmon carving. So one of us needs to get this keystone crystal. I'll try to make this base. Keystone crystal. Oh, but you can take multiple from it. Let's see how that works. Use keystone crystal. Dispel. Used. Keystone on the door. Open. Shock and awe. Okay, let's go. Next room. This room is what? This is Vasa, it looks like. Oh, herb patch. Not many seeds would be capable of growing here. Empty gourd vial. Just tools. Farming in a raid. I love you, old school RuneScape. This is fantastic. Gourd tree. Sapling. Tools. Saw the scavengers drop fishing rods. I'm just seeing what like tools are available inside. Oh, there's a storage unit. You need a hammer. Need hammer for storage. Is this a one-time build thing or every time you raid? Okay, so I'm gonna head back to the scavengers to fight them for a bit to get tools to try out the raid. Bring some of these guys for drops here. Pickaxe, plank. We need a hammer. Stinkhorn mushroom. Worms are probably for fishing, I assume. Butterfly nets. We're heading back. Check the instruction skill guide. Oh, okay. It's in the skill guide. So, construction guide. Raids. Small storage. Check materials. 2 planks. 4 planks. 6 planks. I got it. Does only one person need to build in a group? Okay. So I can build up to a medium. I have a good reason to level construction. Cool. So, only players will determine who will be building. Grab the hammer plus fruits on their way in, I take it. It's meta to actually do everything, or just like the stashes. Fishing rod. I don't know what the Sicily is. It's a flower. Interesting. Person with inventory space close to the person that scavs. So if everyone comes in, you scavs always spawn in the first room. Oh, I see. So you don't necessarily do it when you first encounter it. Saying there's more scavs and opportunities to build the chest up ahead. Cool. So me like running back like this is silly and unnecessary, but that's okay. That makes sense. Okay, I was thinking like, does everybody drop their stuff and then make all these runs back and forth? So I'm gonna drop the fishing rod and Sicily. Take these planks back. Build medium storage. Hey! Items donated here may be retrieved by other party members or may be lost if the party dissolves. Okay. Donate brew. Oh, but it can only hold the stuff that actually drops in here. Interesting. Donate all. Donate all. Okay, let me try thanking all the unique pots we got set. I know this is overkill, but just want to try it. Hope that Rage 3 is like this. I understand Theater of Blood is basically heavy combat focus. Alright, so withdraw cave worms. Draw fishing rod. Let me try it over here. Fish at the bubbles. Giving fishing a try. Okay, I got raw Chiron fish 6. And where can we cook fish? Does fishing give... Oh, God, cave snake. I see. How much does raw Chiron fish 6 even heal? Chiron fish 6. Okay, so like fishing is potentially a source of infinite supplies. It's great if you have a ton of points and don't want to die. I see. Sit there and farm for a bit. It's cool. Gotcha. Okay. This is cool then. Yeah, I would occasionally come across things in skill guides like Chiron Fish 6. I'm like, what the hell even is that? Like, I think I can make the max fish, which is pretty exciting. Donate the hammer. Yeah, this is awesome. I love this place. Super into it. Alright, ready to go. Next is shamans. Interesting. So, we need pickaxe time. Just a guess. Try and see what happens. Hey! It's a rock monster. Teleports us. That's interesting. Firing a spell and can ignore your puny. Holy shit, that was an attack for sure. Right, the pickaxe definitely works on it. Looks like there are some crystals to attack. Maybe it's not actually pickaxe. Interesting. Blocked use of prayers. Regular attacks look like they work. I don't think we need to pick. Basically just my guess, but range seems pretty good. Crystal. So I'm able to blow pipe it looks like. So my guess is we range him and kill the crystals so he doesn't heal. Not sure how to avoid the teleport plus stun attack. Looks like he is immune to damage while healing. This is about to hurt. Pickaxe definitely is not needed. I think I get it. I'm stating my fight theory here. I think the way this works, boss can be ranged just fine and walks to healing crystals. Every time he picks a crystal, we need to switch to melee and burn it down ASAP. And go back to attacking the boss. I have no idea how the teleport stun attack works. I assume the fire at the entrance there to keep players from cheesing it by stepping outside. What did we miss? See what Trox says. Hey, strategy spot on. It's a DPS race. Nice. He heals DPS faster than he heals. Good job, Jagex. We probably could have figured out the Vanguards if we spent more time on it. But I still have no idea how his special teleport spell works. I'm asking, how does the teleport attack work? Teleports at the start of the fight no matter what. One person runs in to tank the teleport. When the firewall appears, the other two can enter. Huh. So the one person is just so a minimal number of people get hit by the teleport. The remaining teleports are all just unavoidable damage. Punish you for taking too long. Oh, really? Good to know. Wiki says tentacle. Looks like the teleport. Okay, so if I get it right, he always does the teleport every so often. So one person goes in the first time to eat his first teleport. After that, all of the teleports are just unavoidable damage that you have to heal through. One person's teleported. The other two can run underneath the boss with Protect from Magicon to soak damage from the stunned person. Oh, that's cool. And that just pot range low swing crystals. You hit your HP when you are teleported -5, so keep HP low. Okay, keep HP low equals dodgeable by 2 tiles. Big deeps, we got this. Range till he spawns a crystal. Melee the crystal ASAP. Person with lowest HP should tank the big teleport, I assume. Actually, I have more because I brewed up, which is apparently a mistake for this fight. Since the fight's already begun. Oh, he's going around his crystals and teleport attacking nothing. Okay. Got it. In we go. Let's give this a shot. Low pipe. Now. So he does in fact have a trample attack. Means he will teleport. Okay. We all got hit by it, which I think is bad. Your health when teleported -5. I had 50 and you had 30, it would be 40. Both just want to stay low on health. Okay. Oh, -5. Gotcha. That makes sense. And if he walks away before destroying the crystal, that means he's going to teleport. Got it. You want to stay somewhat low, it looks like. So if you don't get stunned, always prot mage and run under him. What's a safe health to sit at for healing? That's cool. Okay, yeah, so if someone doesn't get stunned and they run under him, okay, so 25 to 30 should be considered max health. This is a cool fight. It's pretty stressful. DPS race where you're not allowed to heal too much. Rocks don't hit more than 12 if praying. Okay. Sure. Okay. So the entrance flame you can use to rock cake down, basically. Gotcha. Sure. You can dodge the rock attacks if you're smart about it, it looks like. I think we got this next time we get it, but I think we're going to go ahead and reset. Okay, so just to restate that one from scratch, one person enters, eats tele-attack, everyone else joins, preferably not much higher than 30 HP, don't get trampled by the boss, low pipe him most of the time, build crystals when they are up with melee. When he teleports, if you are not stunned, prot mage and run under him. Dodge rocks if possible, but also pray range. DPS him down before he can heal to full. I think that's everything. Switching whip to Hasta. Sounds like the Hasta is better because it's piercing damage, especially if you roll that particular encounter. BGS him at the start. Oh, so we should all BGS. Got it. Gotcha. And Def looks like you can use the flame to cake. You are too full or corpse running. So need to be one tile back from fire barrier. Got it. Okay. Cool. I think I get it. Let's try doing this again, shall we? Cool. That one seems pretty rough if you roll it. Let me adjust this Chambers of Xeric thing really quick. I don't care about the order these are in. 1, 2, 3. Restore. 2, 3. Restore. 1, 2. Switch to Hasta. Oh, right, I haven't touched the recruit thing. This is like the coolest content in the game. Vasa and then Vanguards. Perfect. Vanguard's Vasa would be better. Sure, yeah. Okay, I think we got it this time. I think Chaos goes in first, triggers teleport. We follow in and prot mage under it. Then burn him and crystal. Stay potted. Don't heal over 35-ish HP. Healed slightly, which is good. Definitely having the Sammy Hosta made a difference there. That was nice. Died, but that's okay. Didn't brew in time. Been back to join him. It'll take me a while to get efficient at, I think. Trample effect is brutal. Pushing Twitter slow. And if you brew after getting teleported, you should be safe because it's based on HP after the teleport. The big thing we learned here thinking about reducing the complexity of the switches that I have, I feel like that's causing a lot of my problems right now. It takes me so long just to switch attack styles. By the time I'm ready, we're already in deep shit, right? This guy is pretty tough. I've been typing this in chat, but I think the way you beat this guy is you just, like, nuke him right when you get in there. As soon as you have people corpse filtering in, it becomes untenable to win. It's very possible still, obviously, but... First try. Okay. I think for this boss, we just have to win without anyone dying. That's smart. Apparently, they discourage people from re-rolling this room by making it worth a ton of points. I'm gonna reduce my switches with God D'hide. Next run, I think probably will just... So we got God D'hide this time, which means I can get rid of you and you. This is fun learning. Appreciate it. I know that once you're good at this, you do it in like a couple hours, which we're nowhere near, but I can increase my number of brews again, which is nice. Gonna have to craft more restores soon. See burning through a lot of them in here. Reduce the complexity of my gear quite a bit. This has been a blast so far. I don't know if this is going to translate well to a VOD because of the way I'm like typing and speaking in a stilted manner, but it's super fun. This is really, really good content. I guess I should ask what the strats are for solo, or I could just research that myself. Yeah. So, Vanguards, again, at least. Neat. If we make it that far, will be a nice one to end on. Oh, there's a shortcut. Strength 97. Oh. That's so cool. There's a little shortcut if you have 97 strength. Wow. I love this place. Oh! Cool. Sick. Metas have the leader turn on smite and everyone clicks it. Cool. That's rad. Rad. I love that they have something that requires all these high stats. Makes me excited to level some of them more. Alright, Skeletal Mystics. Oh shit. Chaos got aggroed. Yeah, Savami, that makes sense. Seeds, that's cool. There he goes, Prop Mage. They've got different colors, I'm sure means something. Not sure what that is yet, though. Not clear how their tanking works yet. I think the point system in here is brilliant. And something they can calibrate over time, because I feel like the problem is if you had something like this in a game like Diablo, that players would just choose whatever route was the least difficult, but it looks like they calibrate the points based on how difficult the rooms are, which is the thing I keep talking about on stream, that I really want games to be more metrics based and more active. I feel like this is a game where people are running this enough where they can know exactly what the points value of each thing should be based on how much of a hassle it is. Okay, was that anything more complicated than brought mage and pipe them down? This would have been a great first ever room versus Vanguards. I'm like, oh my god, is it all like Vanguards? I guess apparently it's not that bad. You can trap them. It's like pseudo safe spot them. Tricking them into meleeing you and running around a corner. Oh yeah, I did that by accident. Start. So you get into melee range. They melee you, run to corner, then they are stuck. Tightrope room gives a lot of points, I see. Okay, so I'm gonna want to bank once we get more scavs. So we're talking about doing some farming, but I think we gotta scavs first. Oh. Wait, let me type. The heck? Oh, I'm in this menu. So this one is scavs, combat, farming, combat. So scavs is too far ahead. If we want to farm now, we should backtrack, build the stash. I'm gonna try this. So reading this at the top, this gives me the order of rooms. Gonna go back and kill some scavs. Need to get a hammer and 4 planks. Definitely gonna get 90 construction now that I know that it gives an advantage in here. It's like building the stash gives you more points. Should have 0 doses by the end boss of stamina. Okay. Guess that means that more agility is really good here. So I get my hammer, grab my planks, grab these seeds. This is cool. I know I keep saying this is cool, but I'm really having a really fun time. This is incredible. Alright, so let's build the storage unit. Excited to get to 90, the large one. I'm gonna give farming a try here in a second. No idea what any of these things do. Noxifer, Gulpar, Chew. Pretty sure I have the highest farming of this group. Oh, but I also have private storage. I think I can use for storing whatever I want. So I'll put my pots in there for now while I farm. Alright. Inspect herb patch. Rake. No idea what I would need rake for. Doesn't look like you require one. Let's try Buchu seed first, I guess. Oh, I've got 2. Shamans are they jump if you are in the open, but can't jump if you are on a wall. They spit and put a nasty poison on you. Prey range, stay away. They summon shadow imps that chase you and explode. Seconds, then run miles away. Pick herb patch. Prime Buchu beef. God, my skills there are maxed out. I'm gonna have to look up what the secondaries are here. I think it might be those flowers we got earlier. Oh, I can fully farm. It just drops on the ground. Fantastic. Oh, do I get infinite leaves from this? There's no way it's infinite, right? You can just sit here and AFK farm, right? Okay. Oh, it's still going. Try planting a Noxifer. Alright, gold power leaves are used to make super combats, it looks like. Basically stat boost potions. And let's see what Noxifers do. Noxifers for making overloads, but you need 90 herb lore to make overload pluses. So I've been typing here, but it looks like my farming level is so high that I'm going to get effectively an unlimited number of resources from just a single kind of each seed. My bonus from drinking potions. Infinite supplies hype. So I'll have to clean those. Yeah, I got hit by those spawns. I didn't realize they were next to me. But I think I get it for next time. Basically, they're just like the regular ones. You don't have Shazian armor, so you have to dodge the big spit. Sibo plus rubies against these things. Alright, next room is puzzle. Crabs puzzle. Okay, that's interesting. Touching. Oh, don't touch the energy focus. That's bad. I think I get it. I think you lure the crabs in Path of Light. I love the concept of this room. If what it does is what I think it does. They make it bounce. Oh my god, that's so cool. How do we determine the direction they go, though, is the question. Different textiles change the crab's color. It changes the color of the thing. Uh-huh. Okay. This is so fucking cool. MEP2 and SOTE puzzles need to manipulate crabs and the light bouncing so it becomes the colors of the crystals in the room. G, red plus green should give us a yellow crystal. So someone needs to green. Oh, maybe not. Let me try it again. Okay, so color mixing isn't necessarily a thing. But Chaos, I think you need to move a crab down to the tile near the entrance so it bounces up to the crystal. I thought you could mix the colors here. It doesn't look like that's part of it. More for your crab Chaos. Green gonna hit hello. Let's see. Oh, off by one. Bring that crab left one tile. Entrance. You're gonna have to follow our chat here. It's hard for me to talk and type at the same time, but yeah. I get it. It's gonna bounce off this, bounce off that, bounce off that guy. I think I have an idea. Need to get the light to bounce back down there, though. Okay, so I think the plan is we got to get certain colors to hit each of the crystals. This is similar to Morning's End Part 2. Success! I think this one should be magenta plus green, I think. Alright, if this works. Hey, got magenta. Guessing black, just white. I need to bounce white light into black crystal. Getting more maneuver room. Rock, and you come one right. There we go. There's white. Nice. This one should be red, I think. Need to bump to cyan. This is such a cool puzzle. I'm super into this. I haven't been talking much because I'm focusing, but you can follow what I was saying in chat. That was pretty great. Hey! That was such a cool puzzle. I'm super into that. How the hell do you do that solo? Puzzle, combat. Yeah, I gotta craft some stuff, so I'm gonna go get some secondaries. That puzzle was very cool. It was saying, I was asking, like, how do you possibly do that solo? And it makes sense. Apparently, you do it solo by using a hammer that spawns in the room to stun them temporarily. So that's neat. Okay, so I need to confirm the secondaries I need. Stinkhorns, definitely need. Darkened juice. Okay, they drop all the secondaries. It's good to know. Stop and get like 30 of everything here. Okay, just going to try to replicate our starting supplies here. So this is a reminder for myself. That's 9 brews. I mean, hopefully I got enough secondaries here. 30 of each for everyone. 9 brews, 3 restores, a super combat, a range, but then do this for everybody. So we'll figure out if I bought enough or not. I love that there's fucking fishing and farming in this dungeon. That's so RuneScape. I really hope that they do something like this again. This is some of the coolest content I've ever seen in an MMO. And it's insane that you have to do all this crazy grinding to even touch it for the first time, right? Alright, let me get the grimies out first. I think I got all the Buchu leaves earlier, so I'll go ahead and plant a couple more of those real quick. I ended up just leaving them on the ground. Potentially infinite herblore XP in here if you wanted to. It's probably not a very efficient way to do that, but... And there's like a thing here I can get vials from. I need 7 of these, right? So 7 vials. We're gonna do Ceradomin brews first, so that's in darkened juices. And Buchu leaves. Filled with water from the nearby water spout. We can fill them from the water spout. Then stash. This is so cool. I love doing this as like team herblore. That's why you need humidifier runes. Gotcha. At least for that, maybe for other purposes too. So we need, I think I can do 14, or I can even do 27. Well, no, because the herbs don't stack. Right, so maybe it's like 13. 13 plus all the Buchu leaf plus all the darkened juice, because it stacks. And now I'm making brews. Look at that. These are all Xeric's aids. Let me go pick this herb patch real quick. Need a spade to do that. Okay, I still need to make 4 more Xeric's aids. I'm gonna do that real fast here. Sresto, Stinkhorn. Oh, it's also Buchu. Shoot. Apparently need a ton of those. Is it the darkened juice? Let's do... I need S-restos, 9 S-restos. Okay. Just make 10, that's fine. And... that's Stinkhorn mushroom. Next is... I'm gonna make some prayer enhance because why not? And that's Sicily. I just finished doing a lot of herblore training. If I'm paying attention and editing this, hopefully I edited that in such a way that you didn't have to see all of that really slow setup. But now I know how it works. I think we're all potted up. I'm gonna go ahead and tag these so I can keep track of them. It's the crab room. See what's next here. It says muted tiles are next. Wood cutting possibility down here. Mute tree. We got to do some fun blind stuff, but Chaos is going to be staying past his bedtime here. So I don't mind some help. Hope you enjoyed the blind part of the run. It's going to get help now. We also stay out of melee range of the Mama Mutadial. Just keep prop missiles active. Okay, let's give it a try. Hope for the best. Here we go. So we got a little safe spot here. It looks like you don't always get a safe spot in the fight, though. Definitely see why blowpipe is required. Just doing Vanguards, just done it before. I made a mistake and over DPS'd. Didn't realize how far ahead I was. Pretty well. Definitely made some mistakes there, but try to clean up for him next time. Tightrope again. Because we got bats in this room. Use Hunter to catch them, I think. Farming up, so we should have a ton of brews, so I'm just going to make about 100 of them. I think the super important thing about this run is just like getting all of the mystique about this content out of the way, understanding basically how it works, because there's a big difference between actually going in and attempting it and reading the wiki. Because I've seen things about these like bats and the fish before in the skill guide and on the wiki, and I'm like, I don't know what any of this is, but now I get it. So I think I'm happy with the amount of blind we've been in this run so far. Got to go completely blind in a certain number of rooms. Ended up just having him teach us Mutadial before we went in, which is fine. At this point, Chaos is staying up way past his bedtime, so make sure he can get to bed so he's not suffering when he goes to work tomorrow. Also, I'm running out of time too. I've got stuff to do this afternoon, so he's going to go ahead and shoot us an explanation of how Ohm works in the Discord. It'll still be fresh for me. I've never actually done it before. It'll be Trock's explanation as opposed to like a video walkthrough, so I don't even know what the boss looks like or how it's going to work. It definitely had our blind fun, I think, for sure. Herblore. Alright, so we need to make some... Actually, I'm already good on overloads. To make any more of those, I think I can just do Bucci leaves and be completely fine. I think I got enough to start making these here. So I think I can do 13 water vials. 13 Bucci leaves. So I need to go help them with water vials. I don't know if Chaos has a fully empty inventory. I'm guessing the answer is no. Where'd my runes go? Okay. It's like, what the fuck? I hope I didn't lose them. That would be a super... Why can't I fill these? Oh, that's right. I need to recover my stats. I can see how Humidify speeds this up quite a bit. One more round of these should be good. And so one of the rooms is Hunter room and one of the rooms is a fishing room. Heading towards home, I'm going to place a bunch of markers. Just got done making a ton of brews. Cool music in here.
Alright, this is future Marstead commenting on this first ever blind Olm attempt. I guess I was doing melee. I'm already very worried. Okay, went the wrong way at the start. Part of this might still get fast forwarded because I don't think I'm going to be able to talk constantly, so I'll just... Stood in the crystal. That's fine. I still kind of stand in the crystal sometimes. You don't have a lot of time to notice that, so... It's one that makes sense to get stuck on. Alright, move out of the lightning. I'm not going to move out of that lightning. No. Oh my god. Alright, teleport, white circle. We got to stack Chaos. 52 damage. Oh my god. Oh, this is what it must be like to watch me playing games blind. I now have like 50 Xeric KC under my belt, so this is pretty painful. Trock is such a good sport. Trock's doing running. Okay, are we gonna get the teleport this time? Yes, at least we got the teleport that time. That's slightly less terrible. I do not have a protection prayer up at the moment. If I get hit by crystal, yep. There's protection prayer, but it's the wrong one, isn't it? Did I just pick mage just to pick something? Yeah, something I've noticed about... I mean, this is true of a lot of content in RuneScape, but if you're already doing okay at it, it's easier to continue to do okay at it, and if you start making mistakes, it gets really hard to, like, recover, you know? Because just, like, the time you're spending trying to slam down brews is extremely punishing. And that makes it more difficult to learn. I got hit by the lightning again. I think I avoided getting hit by it once. And I went to activate the wrong protection prayer, and I accidentally clicked it twice. So I currently have no protection prayer. And I've got the teleport thing, and it took 50 damage. At least I went to the thumb that time. I tried to type thumb. Still don't have a protection prayer on to activate magic. Magic! Or, you know, you could also just take 42 damage, that's fine. Oh my god. This hurts. Teleport! Get on the thumb! Hey! Thanks, Trock. And now I'm just sitting there trying to pot up while standing in poison. Oh my god. This hurts. Teleport happening over there. Looks like I stunned the hand. Probably should have had me be a runner here, to be honest. I feel like that's less difficult on your first attempt. I'm praying the wrong protection prayer.
I'm mostly quiet because I'm trying to figure out what the heck's going on.
That was me actually talking for real there. I think that happens a couple times in the fight. I'll try to shut up when it occurs. I was standing in the wrong section that whole time. Trock set me straight there with chat. Oh no, I'm gonna stand in this poison puddles again? Alright. Hey, turning off run, walking. Just doing it in the most inefficient possible way and getting hit by every tick. Oh my god. Teleport. Come on, let's get on the thumb, Chaos. Or, you know, we could take 65 damage, that's fine. It's crazy. Like, you definitely get, I've called it a time dilation effect when you practice this or any other content a lot, where the first time you're doing it, chaos is just happening. Like, not chaos the player, like the concept of chaos. You can't tell what's going on, everything's happening so quickly, and once you play it a bunch, you can kind of like feel the ticks, and you can feel each individual attack as it comes out and respond to it. It's hard to like put myself back in the brain space of someone who's never done this fight before and like isn't walking out of the poison, right? I think I also had a weaker understanding of the tick system when I did this. I've had to learn ticks quite a bit better through several sources. I run the visual metronome plugin now, which makes a little like tile underneath your character flash different colors on every tick, and I just have that running all the time. Makes it a lot easier for me to just kind of passively pick up how ticks work and how movement works in particular. I think I have true tile here, since whenever you run, you technically skip a tile at a time, but I wasn't picking that up just yet. And me and Chaos are both not handling those poison puddles very well. It's pretty simple. You kind of just, like, walk. You click somewhere really far away from yourself, and you walk. And then while you're walking, you can start slamming brews. I don't know why I don't do that every single time. Maybe I just didn't understand how to do that. That's all I can think. Watch for falling crystals. Thanks, Drock. Drock's a champion and a really good sport here. flame, and I was not on the right side or prepared here. I also don't have a protection prayer up. Oh my god. Step out of the crystal, or, you know, let it kill you. Holy shit. We did make a ton of potions here on the expectation that we were going to fail. I think I mentioned in the commentary earlier that Chaos Factor was like way past his bedtime and was like dying of exhaustion at this point. We probably should have just called it and come back another day, but we really wanted to at least see Ulm. I hope they add a Chambers of Xeric story mode at some point so that you can like practice this as a solo player before you ruin a veteran player's day. I guess it's not as bad as Theater of Blood where, you know, dying means losing a ton of resources and money. Oof. Got hit for 96. Holy shit. Okay, I'm just standing in that fire. I'm not... Am I trying to manually cast a water spell to get out? Oh my god. And I was brewed down, so I didn't have access to the... Oh, Jesus Christ. Trock, I think I forgot to mention the flame wall explodes. This may have gone a little bit better if we had used voice. I don't think I ever used voice in the playthrough for no particular reason. We just are never able to get everyone on voice at the same time. For a chat message with the red name. Oh yeah, we added some things that like make the screen notification trigger whenever something bad happens. Okay, yeah, I'm saying that the I'm trying to tell Chaos that the teleport attack is like the most brutal thing, which I think is true. Definitely having an issue there where we just all kept filtering in, which was not helping. We kind of all needed to die and go in at the same time. Oh, and I just got I will burn with you. Crystal, step out of the crystal! Or get hit by it. I'll probably talk about this in later episodes. I like the way Ulm works, and I definitely get the sense that it was originally intended to be like more players fighting it, and so the whole thing where Ulm changes which way it's facing based on who's on which side of the board. Oh no. Got ported out of that and then hit by the flame walls. I was gonna say, like, the way people have figured out how to deal with it is probably not the way Jagex intended it, where you just have like 3 people and somebody running in the middle to balance the sides. It's kind of a cool solution. I have yet to find a guide that explains Ulm, like, what's actually going on under the hood. It just kind of tells you, oh yeah, you gotta run from left to right on these tiles. And I can't learn fights that way. I need to understand why they work. I can't just, like, read a guide that tells you to do a thing without it saying, what you're doing here is you're abusing his load balancing. He tries to face the direction that has the most players on it, and these marked tiles indicate the boundaries of the sides, right? Like, I guess if you found a guide for Chambers of Xeric that's really focused on explaining why strategies work as opposed to just telling you to do them, please post it in the comments below, because it just seems like a general issue with RuneScape content that it tells you what to do, but it doesn't tell you why to do it. I just typed having a problem with too many supplies on the ground. Yeah, no kidding. Tried to just type let's wait at door, and Chaos is already running back in. Right, melee, or don't. You know, you could also get hit for 48, and then also get hit by the crystal, and then get hit for 24. Oh my god. I remembered this being bad, but I didn't remember it being this bad. I thought I dodged, like, at least some things, but I think I get hit by literally everything. I don't remember if this is so bad that we end up having to repot. It might be. I also didn't really have a sense of, like, priority. Like, there's clearly a set of things that are more important to focus on first, you know? Pray correctly, certain mechanics that are going to hurt you worse than others, like the teleport, right? How many deaths are we up to? Can we even see that? I can see my point total. Looks like in chat there I'm appealing to move our items around, not realizing that we can't take them back out of the portal. So there's so many potions in there on the ground that's making it really confusing to keep track of what the hell we're doing. Okay, so I was like, hey, should we like try to stack the loot so that it's clear which ones are overloads, which ones are brews? And Proc's like, no. Like, I'm reading myself make this suggestion. Like, what am I talking about? That doesn't make any sense. Just run in there and spam click your pile and then get moving. I think I'm feeling the effects of hindsight bias. I talk about this on stream a lot, that like after you're already familiar with how something works, or after you already know the solution to a puzzle, it becomes basically impossible to watch someone who doesn't also know the solution and like put yourself back in their shoes of not knowing what they were doing. And I'm having the same problem looking at myself here, that it's like, why would you suggest that? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But I guess it made sense to me at the time that the problem was there were all these items on the ground. Chaos has so much exhausted brain. I swap which role I was in my head. Yeah, Chaos mentions there in chat missing cues because of spam eating, and I think that's absolutely what's going on. Once this is already smooth, you're not having to spam drink brews, so you can keep your full attention on stuff. I think that time dilation thing I was talking about is also true for like Jad, for example. I did Jad recently on the group Iron Man after having practiced triple Jads a bit on the main to prepare for the Inferno. And like Jad feels like he's like stuck in molasses. Like that is so easy and so slow. But I died to it like 3 times the first time I tried to get a fire cape on the main, so letting some of this typing fast forward here, talking about the flame wall. I've tried to use humidify multiple times, but had been brewed down to not have the magic level for it, and also didn't realize that you can just click the wall as opposed to having to like bring up the spell book and manually cast it. The flame wall is kind of similar to Grotesque Guardians, where you can just click outside the flames and your character will path there automatically if there's an opening. If you read the chat log there, everything Trock's explaining now that's correct. Like that's how the fight works. But like if you've never played it before, you haven't watched a video, and you haven't died to it, it's nonsense. Like basic attacks plus orb, 3 special attacks in a cycle. I understand what Trock is saying. Spikes and making noise, but yeah, good luck. I'm making the argument that portals are the most dangerous. Truck says you'll see huge progress soon, and that's true. Like we run this a couple more times in this video, and the following runs go much better. It is painful that we have 2 beginners in one raid with 1 person who knows what they're doing. I think it's probably smarter to have 1 beginner and 2 people who know what they're doing, because then you'll still pass, and the person who just keeps dying will at least learn stuff in the process. I hear Trock's borderline having to solo it. Still have the wrong prayer on. Portal. Oh god. The 6-hour logout. Yeah, we'd been doing this for 7 hours. As you caught earlier, for whatever reason, when we were doing it blind, I kept insisting that we like restart after we understood an encounter. And Trock, bless his heart, is a saint, went along with it, couldn't have said, what? Why would we restart? Like, there's no reason to restart. We're already not going to get enough points. I guess in my head, I imagined that we could, like, nail Vanguards or something and have enough points to have a chance at loot, whereas Trock knew all along that we were going to get destroyed here at Ulm and lose all our points anyway. So what ended up taking, like, 7 hours probably could have only taken, 4 hours if we had just kept going on previous attempts. Hit by crystals, not realizing. Oh, I guess I'm trying to recover my supplies here, and I need to like decant all these potions together. Oh my god, infecting people with burn with me. At least I have the right protection prayer on, but I feel like that's on accident. Oh, Chaos's brain switch to melee again. I know I've been talking about getting this video uploaded with Chaos, and he was saying that he's like, it's going to be embarrassing, but like, dude, you were You were running several hours past your bedtime. Like, your brain was mush. I think he just remembered. Oh, wait, no, he came over for teleports. Now I'm switching back to melee. This is hard enough when your brain isn't mush from exhaustion. Hand is healing now. Oh, boy. Between portals and spikes, the hand will heal. You can't attack it then. I'm trying to put myself back into the position of my past self here. So now I have time dilation and I can see every attack happening and respond to it, but at the time I'm just like doing my best to brew up and... Standing in the poison again. How do I not see that? I wish I had like eye tracking software. I'd love to know what I was looking at. I have a feeling that my eyes were mostly focused on the inventory to like brew and stuff. Oh no, we're about to die to teleports, aren't we? Ooh, yup. Sure did. I think, yeah, in addition to time dilation, you eventually get you can like start doing things in your peripheral vision better. Like you can switch prayers and quaff potions and the like without having to actively focus your eyes on it. Both hands must die at the same time in phase 3. God, keep healing the thing. Crystals, yep. Hit for 31. Jesus. Guess this isn't the most painful thing I've ever seen, but it's pretty bad. Teleports, come on. Why? Okay. Chaos did his best to get to the thumb. I don't know why I was standing all the way down there. Did I have burn with me? Okay, maybe. But even still. Yep, I just got 6 hour logged, which is hilarious.
Just booted for 6 hour limit.
That was past me talking. You have ogre arrows waiting to be collected from rants. Okay, cool. I'm just trying to get back in there, it looks like. Oh no. Put on a prayer. Why am I not putting on a prayer? I think if they do a story mode version of this fight, I like that Theater of Blood story mode exists, but I kind of wish that it, like, you had to fight each boss twice, maybe, so it could introduce the mechanics to you. If they do Chambers of Xeric story mode, I'd like to see, like, 2 fights against Ulm, one where only, like, half of the mechanics are activated, and another where the rest of them get activated. Or maybe even just add additional phases, right? You have like an easy phase at the beginning that just has the cycling attacks or just has the right prayer to use, right? We are really just meleeing the heck out of that hand. This is the most dangerous part, because this is the part where we could lose a significant amount of time to not killing the hand simultaneously. Oh no, teleport. Trox doing his best. Oof. Hit by crystals once again. Basically never dodge that lightning, even though it's like one of the easiest things to dodge. You can see it from really far away. Oh no! Don't die before you finish maging the claw! Kill the left claw first, always. Which makes sense, yeah. Hopefully they finish it off while I'm trying to come back. Okay, yeah. Looks like Troc was able to finish off the mage hand, so now it's just get hit by a million falling crystals. Stand in the blue! Stand in the blue! Or don't. You know, that's fine. Just, you know, heal the boss. I feel like I owe Trock my firstborn son. Or something. This is the most patient I've seen someone in a video game. Especially someone who was, like, routinely doing solos. I think Trock had, like, several hundred solos under his belt at this point, trying to get a T-bow. Ended up just not being in our positions there. Almost out of resources, too, even after making a shitload of them. I remember Trock was saying we're making too many potions, and I'm like, I feel like we're gonna fuck this up. You know, this part I still kind of struggle on. Like, I have better time dilation on it to more or less avoid damage, but something about the way the crystals fall makes it kind of hard for me to tell. I don't think I've ever zero damage this phase, which seems silly. Like, it should be the easiest one, because you should look for the crystal and move tiles 2 tiles away, right? But something about having to, like, re-click onto Olm a lot to keep blowpiping it. I feel like I should come back to it now that I have, I mean, minor spoilers for later in the playthrough, but I have like 200 something Corrupted Gauntlet kills now. So I feel like I would have even better time dilation and that dodging those crystals would be no problem. I haven't done Chambers of Xeric in like over a year, so probably end up doing it at Leagues 3 here. Plan to go super hard on Leagues 3. I'm just getting hit by all of those crystals. Oh my god. So I think that Past Me starts talking again somewhat soon, once we finish just miserably brute forcing this final phase. Clearly Chaos and I are not fully understanding that the head turning mechanic is still happening and that we need to stay on our sides. So when you hear Past Me come back to start commenting, I'm going to go away. I'm going to come back one more time a little bit further into the video just to comment on things in general. So there'll be one more little coda from Future Marstead here, but the rest of this should be commentary from the original playthrough. Yeah, I don't think there's too much more for me to say. I think what you've seen here is this is about as bad as the suffering gets. So I'm going to cut off there. We'll fast forward the rest of the Ulm fight, and you'll get to hear me talking for real soon. Bye.
I haven't been talking because this is nuts. This is a complete shit show. I might leave a comment that I should, like, record commentary over this after the fact once it gets onto YouTube when I'm editing it. It seems like that's the way to go. First try, 3 hours, new personal best. Elite task in the Corin and Cavos area. Holy shit, that was a fight. Lizardman, Fang, Dark Relic, Dark Turtle.
Okay, so I was so quiet during all of that because we're just trying to end it. I got nothing. I got 432 coins worth of loot, journal, 27 Lizardman Fangs, and I think this Dark Relic is worth some XP and a skill. Sec. Alright, I gotta give a post-mortem because I wasn't talking during any of the Ulm fight because it was just too much. Just trying to focus, let alone comment live. It was a really cool fight. If I decided not to fast forward that, then you probably saw me die a million ways and do everything wrong. I got maybe 5% of the mechanics down. So I'm going to really need to practice that one. It's just too much to keep track of for a first attempt. I'm glad that we were at least able to clear it for the diary entry. But I'm probably going to maybe go in there and do some stuff solo. Go ahead and cut the VOD there. I'm going to leave a note on it that I should add commentary after the fact. I'll basically, what's probably going to end up happening with that, and you'll already know this because I'll have already added an introduction, so I don't need to say it now, do I? Hope I'll just listen to this whole thing and mute the relevant parts. That will have ended up being, instead of live commentary, it'll be after the fact commentary as I'm reacting to myself running it. And by the time I get around to editing it, it'll probably be someone that's done Chambers of Xeric like dozens of times by that point, and will have a better sense of what it is I'm doing wrong and be horrified at what I'm commenting on. It was fun though. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it there. Take a break. I'll see you. Hey there, folks. I ended up taking a break for basically the rest of the day. I guess this is actually a kind of rare drop, the Dark Relic. So that's cool. It's XP. As far as what I'm gonna do next, I guess I should say that I got a chance to think about Chambers of Xeric after the fact, and I really, really like the dungeon a lot. I went into it expecting about the difficulty level of the Vanguard's fight. Like, possible to figure out blind. Takes a little bit of work to tease it out. Once you have it solved, it's not too bad. The Great Olm fight is way harder than what I was expecting. The Great Olm fight is comparable to like Mythic rating in WoW or Savage rating in Final Fantasy XIV. At least, you know, in the context of how complicated things can be in RuneScape, where you're just clicking things. So that kind of blew me away. I can tell now when I said to folks in the Discord, like, hey, I kind of want to try Chambers of Xeric blind, they were like, oh, that's cute. You sweet summer child. I'm like, what? I'm sure we can do it. No, apparently it took like 24 hours for the original World Firsters to actually clear it. So if I had completely held to the let's do it blind thing, it would have not happened at all. I do need to find out something to use this relic on. I think it gives more XP for the skills that you get in the Chambers of Xeric proper. I'm going to go change my spellbook really quick. And then I'm going to go do a birdhouse run. And I'm going to use all of those snape grass that I got to make some prayer potions. I really want to burn this on Slayer. I mean, there's not any other skill. I could put it on Herblore, I guess. I think it projects how much XP it's going to give you. 13,000. Might be a comparable amount in any of the other Xeric skills. It's like 5,000 Slayer XP. Just like 15 minutes. I'm also thinking about taking Herblore to 90 now so I can make Overload Plus potions. That'll be really nice for when I go back in there. Yeah, I would put it on Slayer here, but because it gives you a bonus for putting it on a skill that's specific to Chambers of Xeric, we'll do Herblore. It's fine. You harness the power within the artifact and gain 13,000 XP in Herblore. But at what cost? Alright, so we need to go to Desert. I need to switch spellbooks. It's really cool though. I really, really enjoyed it. I might try to do a solo run at some point, but I need to figure out what kind of gear is realistic. I have a feeling that my setup is not good enough for solo. But I'm going to start watching video guides and reading the wiki a little bit more now that I have actually dipped my feet into it for once. I'm going to see how much I can get done here with Herblore training. I don't know if I'm going to go all the way to 90. I don't even know if I have enough secondaries to pull it off. I might have to do some more farming. Or do things like get Mortmire Fungus. But I have a little bit of video editing to do, so I'm going to try to get as much of that done here as I can. I ended up being 4 snape grass short of being able to make all of my Ranar potions. That's okay, I'll pick them up in a second. Yikes. Yikes and G's. Alright, just out of curiosity, I could also make all of these toad flaxes into brews, all of these snapdragons, into the catentines. So I could do the Lanthodimes, but I think that it's correct to make extended anti-fires now instead of magic potions, because I can make them all extended, which is a pretty net big increase in XP. Oh right, dwarf weeds. Yeah, so I got 1,200 wines of Zamorak. We'll do those. I'll just have everything on the menu. That's probably fine for now.
I think I've got enough Eyes of Newt to do all of the Irrit leaves, but that would take forever. So let's start with the per potions, and then we'll try to get to everything else. Alright, I need cash. Whoops. Genie. Put that on Slayer. $5 million gold to per potions. Always fun. Alright, that'll hold me over for a while. Actually doing pretty okay on potion supply. My bank value is 391 million gold. I should have done birdhouse runs. Now let's do it now. I think I'm gonna go to bed. Still want to do my Slayer task, obviously, the Dust Devils. I'm sleepy and I want to get up early tomorrow because we might do another Chambers of Xeric run, maybe. Maybe. I'm gonna see what I can do in the way of farming contracts real quick as well. Because why not? Poison Ivy Bush, lucky. Go ahead and use these crystal keys, then I'm gonna go to sleep. Nothing good from the chest. Okie dokie. Good night. I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Good morning. It's a new day for me. I'm going to do a birdhouse run really quick. Maybe do a little bit more herblore. Get to some Slayer. Alright, I'm about to do another Xeric run, this time with Trock and Clover, who are both experienced, so I think they're going to effectively carry me while I learn the boss a little bit better. And we might do another one with Chaos Factor if he comes back in this time. I've been watching some guides and reading the wiki since yesterday's disastrous setup. It actually wasn't that bad, given that I'd never ever done it before. We managed to limp to a victory. Let's see here. Money for... So it'll probably be the same thing where I won't be able to talk because I'm super focused, but I'll leave notes on the VOD that I should add some commentary after the fact. In the raid itself, up to Ulm, if we encounter any new rooms that I haven't seen before, I'll comment in, otherwise it'll all get fast-forwarded. I think that the Hesidious Spirit Tree is a much better minecart option. Do that in the future. I think the Elite Diary is free minecarts, I'm not sure. Oh, we can pay a one-time fee of 100k for the Levicaine Station. Okay, I'll have to do that in the future so I don't have to bring coins with me. Alright, we're starting here. New to Tecton, Guardians, and Ice Demon, so... Okay, we're about to do Tecton. Can fight, protect from melee. Golden spell reduces defense. Crushed attacks. Don't get trampled. Void. Pillar smoke. Auras. When he's orange, he's not enraged. Red, he's enraged. Lower when he's orange. With BGS. Players shall stand in the same space and lure him as far away from his anvil as possible. When he returns to the anvil, he heals himself slightly and regenerates some defense. Targets players with sparks. Aim at where players are standing, spread out and dodge the attack by moving away from where you're standing. Okay, I think I'm ready to try this one. It makes sense. Seems pretty fun. I like the concept of having to run around him to avoid his attacks. That was reasonable. Cool. So you run around him with the attacks, you have to spec him, you have to stay stacked. Should get the Tecton journal so I can read about this. Get it in my bookcase at least. Next up is Ice Demon. I'll look it up really quick. Oh, he's got a blue health bar. That's kind of cool. Ice Demon. Standing in place, protected by an ice storm, blocking the way into the chambers. To dispel the ice storm, braziers must be lit, kindling fuels. Plenty of trees outside the chamber. It resides in the chop for tinder. Sometimes you want to have a deposit chest, okay. Kindling is obtained through chopping trees in the corridor preceding Ice Demon. Kindling super swing is determined by a wood cutting level. So if you chop trees, you get more kindling per tree based on your wood cutting level. I'm 85. It's the second highest. That's pretty good. All pots consumables. 4 braziers around the demon. A nice fiend occupies each brazier. Don't move. They will extinguish lit fires near them. The more wood is burning, the faster the ice storm is dispelled. It's kind of like a mini winter tot. Once the ice storm is dispelled, the ice fiends will disappear and start attacking players. It's 2 attacks, snowball or ice burst. Demon will take overhead prison to account. Targets using projectile missiles will only use a snowball to attack. Prop magic is used. It will only use Ice Burst. Both attacks are AoE with a 3x3 radius. One can avoid attacks completely by moving these spaces away from their spot. Low health compared to other monster puzzles, but compensates for those with high defense. So the demon has damage reduction for both range and melee attack styles. Damage from fire spells and Flames of Zamorak are increased to 150%. Dragon Warhammer or Bando Scad Sword to lower demon's defenses. Okay, so I have to chop first. That makes sense. So we just keep adding fuel to and lighting this brazier until the blue bar leaves the boss. It was a little messy. See why now. This isn't too bad, you just gotta dodge the rocks afterward. Okay, so I should have been better prepared. Should have been swapping stuff when it looked like the brazier was gonna finish ending the snowstorm. But other than that, you chop the wood, you fill the braziers until his blue bar depletes, and then you just kind of attack him with blowpipe and run whenever you see a snowball coming your way. It's not too bad. Start re-gearing once you see there's enough for the blue pot to deplete. That makes sense. Okay. Mutadiles. I remember these guys. This is working just fine. That was pretty reasonable. No problem. Take this Overload Plus. Looks like Guardians, you flinch with the pickaxe equipped. This is pretty easy. It looks like you don't even have to use protection because you can avoid all damage by just flinching every step. This is straightforward enough. Easy peasy. There's the seeds we're gonna need. Guardians. Okay, here comes this one. Struggle with that because I didn't restore my stats earlier. Gotta remember to do that. Shared. Doing the farming prep stuff. For this, I'm gonna go join them. Alright, here comes. I'm gonna try it again. Acid is first. I was able to see that this time at least. Which now, going okay so far. Oh shit, crystals. Oh, lightning is coming soon. There's lightning. I'm gonna have to worry about teleport soon. Didn't target me, lucky me. Shit, I keep not seeing those crystals. Better this time. Shit. This is when I'm supposed to like walk to avoid crystal damage. Yeah. Guess you can whoops walk that, but I'm not good enough to try that. It's going okay so far. Let's see, I still haven't died. I mean, it's probably coming soon. Hooray! Only one with one death that time. Chest. Grimy toad flax and rune arrows. 62k. That's fine. Okay, that went super well. Difference between that attempt and prior attempts was like night and day. Do a 4-man with chaos. I might be able to just fast forward this. I guess I'll pop in if we get any new encounters that I haven't seen yet. Practicing scouting now. We're all just practicing it here. New room, I'm gonna be teaching Chaos, the ones we just did. Guardians, the easy flinching. Doing the thieving event for the first time. It seems pretty simple. You just open the chest, skip the grubs, and then you fill the grubs in the trough. Yeah, so good. Holy fucking shit. Wow. Clover just got a twisted bow. Clover's an Iron Man. Wow. 2KC. Wow. KC3. First KC with Chaos and the group of 4. Damn. Nice. Look at that. Yeah. I technically have unlocked buying it. I just have to farm for 6 months. Hey, Future Marstead here again, talking about the very exciting T-bow drop there. I just wanted to like set some expectations for episodes to come. This was awkward because Clover got it on an iron, and of course we're not going to tell Clover to like drop trade it to us and then split with their main or anything like that. It's hype for an iron to have a T-bow, and it does technically unlock it for me to purchase, but at
as of today, December 14th, 2021, I still haven't bought a T-bow. I don't have the energy in me to farm for gold for that long to get one. Probably will never get one. I'm depending more on trying to get an F bow from the Corrupted Gauntlet. But there is a brief period in the future where Clover actually gets a second T-bow and loans it out to me effectively. I get to use it for a couple months, maybe. The hope of eventually using it for the Inferno, but I think in that period I only end up using it for a couple Ziliana kills, Ziliana trips probably, and I think I take it to Demonic Gorillas once or twice before Clover basically asks for it back in order to sell it to make some money for their group. So I still technically have a T-bow unlocked, and I guess the expectation to keep in mind is that because I eventually borrow that T-bow from Clover and use it, that I can't just like equivalent exchange it for a Kodai insignia if I wanted to. That is locked in as a T-bow. Maybe one day I'll get like a third age drop from a clue and have 1 billion gold and be able to buy one. But I just wanted to set that expectation ahead of time before you get to it and go like, oh, what's going on with this whole T-bow situation? That's what's going to go on with it. Still a super hype drop though, especially crazy to see on the 4th kill. Gave me a really unrealistic perception of what the drop rates are like in Chambers of Xeric. Made me think that T-bows were actually somewhat common, and they completely are not. Anyway, that'll be the last of my future Marstead comments here. I'll talk to you at the very end of the video. Bye. Super good. It's so exciting to have seen one that early. I'm very, very spoiled. So, I can technically go buy a T-bow now. Okay, well, that was super hyped to get that T-bow. I'm actually going to take a break here and bank stand, cut the recording while I do some editing YouTube stuff. I'll see you. Oh god, we started a run and I completely forgot to hit recording. Well, nothing has happened. We're just unmuted dials. We did Mystics, Thieving, Tecton. I really got to stop turning it off. I should just leave it on even when I'm bank standing and fast forward it. Yeah, you can imagine it's just been a run. We stood around for a little bit as I was doing YouTube stuff, and then Clover found a map. We cleared Mystics, we cleared Thieving, we cleared Tecton. I'm going to try to go back and deduce how much time should be on the timer right now. It's just going to be wrong for a second. Last time this happened was Armadillo. At least nothing interesting has happened. No kills, no drops, anything like that. Alright, so we went in at 9:37. It's currently 9:50. I could just use this clock, huh? 13 minutes. The in-game clock. Okay, once that in-game clock hits 14, I'll start the live split timer. So doing Herblore, completely forgot to actually move the timer forward. 26 minutes. 2400. It's 11. 2346. That's close enough. It's off by a couple seconds. And that's kill count 4. 7 snapdragons and some uncut sapphires. That's fine. That was a pretty fun morning. I still really like raids. I'm going to double check the VOD really quick and make sure that I calculated the timer right. But I'm actually going to take a break now and I come back, do something else. Yeah, I'm back for a little bit. I've got some work to do tonight, so intense bursting Slayer is probably not appropriate. I did fix the timer. I was only off by like 7 seconds after checking the VOD. I'm going to go do Herblore. Yeah, got enough spirits that should keep me occupied for most of the work I have to get done, hopefully. If it doesn't, I will have to go collect
Mortmire funguses or something. Blue dragon scales. That's potentially a lot of XP. Anyway, hop into it. Gothics is available. If I remember to do it, I might do it before I go to sleep, but I will probably forget. So it did not cover my whole task. It was quite a bit faster than I was expecting. I'm going to try to gather blue dragon scales. See how quick that is. The Myth Guild teleport. If it's reasonable, then I should get some extra time from sitting and making extended anti-fires. I'll still do my remaining 500 birds, but I think that'll be a pretty big source. Will let me sit AFK for a pretty long time. So yeah, let me gear up for that. You need a dragon shield. Probably want some armor. Well, I imagine it doesn't particularly matter what I take. Just want to not get attacked, I guess. I guess I can just bring the shield and just always have protection spell on because I'm going to have to restore my stats anyway. Alright, let's see how efficient this can be. So another way I can collect these that might actually end up making more sense is to buy them with Nightmare Zone points. I have to calculate how many I would get for like an hour of Nightmare Zone. It wouldn't hurt for me to train my skills a little further. Dragon Scale Dust. 750 reward points each. Okay, so if I get 100,000 points an hour, then in an hour I get 133 Dragon Scale Dust. Which is not as much as I would get by... Probably not as much as I would get by gathering it in the Myths Guild, but at least it's accomplishing something. It's training stats. So I think I'm going to go do that. What I don't know is if I can do better than Obsidian Gear. I might want to give it a try. I know I can get about 100k an hour with Obsidian Gear. Some amount of attention. I just had a brown out power flash. Oh, I'm back. That was lucky. I thought I was going to completely disconnect.
Alright, that went pretty well. Got a good amount of XP. Didn't feel like a complete waste of time. Let me see how many of these dusts I could buy. A lot. Let me replenish my pots really fast. Hard to tell overall because I was switching styles a lot, but I think Obsidian is still technically better. This might get better once I get Bandos gear, but I don't have that yet, so take what you can get. I was able to get 300 of these after a couple hours. That's not too bad. I could probably go even harder on points if I wanted to, but the XP would be not as good. 350 with pots topped off. Oh, that's pretty good. It's about half of the Lantodimes that I have banked. I guess an advantage here is I don't have to crush these like I have to crush the scales I picked up earlier. I'm basically done with my work for today. Timing was pretty perfect. But I think I'm going to go ahead and crush these and see if I can make some extended anti-fires. Yeah, I'm almost exactly halfway if you include the scales that I picked up manually earlier. Oh, actually, no, I'm not going to stay up and do this because I only have the one Narda teleport. So I'll do that when I wake up. Oh, I'm remembering Tears of Guthix. Look at that. Go me. I'm going to do that and then I'm going to go to bed. Do birdhouses real quick. I've already been bad about keeping up on those. I actually went to the farming guild to start. Got distracted or something. Alright, now I'm going to bed. Good night.
Hey, good morning. It's a new day. I'm going to go do a birdhouse run, and then I think I'm just going to get back on the Slayer grind. 87 was a really exciting goal for me to work toward, and 90 is also exciting, but a much longer trail because I don't think there's any unlocks between 87 and 90. So we'll see. I can at least go do my fast Dust Devil Slayer task. Let's go do these Dust Devils. Oh, Choke Devil. That's cool. I don't think I got one last time. Alright, what we get? Dark Totem Middle, guaranteed. Very cool. Got an Alex in this stuff. I accidentally alked one of my magic potions earlier, which might reduce the length of my trip here. Let's see. Hey, Superior Foe. It's lucky. 2 of those in the same task, huh? The guaranteed totem drops are quite nice. I have to go back and see how much XP I let bear off on the last time I did direct training of it and see what the bone crusher's gotten me. It's at least 15k, so I remember being over 200. Well, paying for me accidentally alking that magic potion. I'll be right back. Alright, task complete. Let's go see what's next. I was just thinking about Burask. What a fun task. Pretty good shot at getting a superior too. I'll probably just start skipping tasks with superiors when I finally get the imbued heart, but who knows when that will happen. See, I got a clue scroll drop a little bit ago. my wireless keyboard and just trying to peek into the stream office area to see what I was doing. I'm gonna go do this clue scroll and then we'll progress this. Somewhat early casket here. What we... Ooh, that's a casket. Master clue scroll. Work on that for a bit here. Gilded red d'hide buddy. Hey, I was actually just looking at this one. Did I do this? This might be another one that I have to buy here in a second. Let me take a look. Well, I was on mute the whole time. God damn it. The Toxshalul is a throwing ring. It's super cheap. I have a ton of Tokal from doing the Tazar task and the Jad task, so I can afford it, no problem. I'm actually going to go ahead and deposit this extra fire cape I have in this clue stash. I'm grabbing some gold leaf. That means I'm going to have to do Jad one more time to get a third fire cape for the Inferno, but I think that's probably fine. I kind of want to do 10 Jads eventually, just to get on the high scores for it. We can have a light goal. So right now it's Quest Cape, Diary Cape, Music Cape, Endgame. And one of my endgame goals is to get on high scores for every boss that's reasonable. So that would probably be every boss except for the Mimic and Zook. I don't think I want to do Inferno twice. But Jad, I think you need 10 kills to get on there. So that would get me a little bit closer to that. I'll just have to wait till I get a day where I'm feeling Jad, you know. Oh, right, I forgot I have to boost construction. Let me go make some tea. Stash built. Now I need to buy the ring thing. Oh, shoot, I should have the Karamja gloves. Let me grab this real quick. Mark of Grace, no problem. I guess I should leave one in my inventory for the future. This is one of the most annoying clue steps in the game. I think I still have all these pieces here. Might have to get a boater out of the bank. Yeah, it's annoying just because it's an extremely long walk. Be sure to bring some stamina pot this time. I still have uses for the Dragon Square Shield, so I'm not going to build a stash for this one just yet. I might in the future, though. Oh, Mod Ash tweeted that they're going to change the house storage so that you can store partial sets. Holy shit, am I excited for that if they actually do it. It would change everything. I would probably just go and buy back everything in my collection log that's not already stored and store all of it. And it would save a shitload of bank space for me. It's actually, I'm not going to make any promises on this, but it's interesting enough that I might want to try a UIM. Ultimate Iron Man, it seems like more of a hassle and not a lot of fun, but if you can look towards storing specific things in your player-owned house and having access to them permanently, that is a huge deal, and it would still make the mode challenging without being completely miserable. It would only just be mostly miserable. Alright, Kraken's Medallion. I think I want... I'm actually curious, if I go there from Darkmire, is that less of a hassle? I'm not sure. Give it a shot. No, I don't think it will be less of a hassle. I think I have to start from Bergerot. So there might actually be a Darkmire shortcut. I'm going to go check for it after I turn in the class. Make a mental note about this in the future. Doesn't look like there's actually a shortcut. This part of the wall is blocked off, so it's just a long walk every time. That's good to know.
Uh-oh. Infernal Axe. That's not happening anytime soon. And in fact, might never happen.
this might be where I have to call in the rental thing, just because master clues are so difficult for me to get. I'm not actually an Iron Man, so I don't have to throw this clue away. Smoldering Stone. Got by Cerberus. It's a 1 in 512 from Cerberus and a 1 in 32,000 from Hellhounds. So Cerberus is going to be several hundred hours of clue grinding away. I'm sorry, several hundred hours of Slayer until we're going to be able to get to it and then kill it to get this drop. It being a 1 in 32k drop from Hellhounds means farming Hellhounds is not feasible. I'm going to have to sit here and think on this for a while. I did open up the possibility for me to rent Master Clue stuff a long time ago with Bryophyte's Essence, and then I just ended up not having to do it because it dropped on like 2kc. I guess what I can do, and I don't think this is unreasonable, I can do what we did way back at the start of the playthrough. And okay, so Cerberus isn't required at all for this playthrough. The boots upgrades it drops are pretty neat, but I don't think I need them for anything, either for the diary cape or for the music cape. Maybe as part of Endgame. But it's so far from me being able to access right now, and if I keep this Master Clue on me, I'm going to miss so many additional Master Clue drops, and I really need to get every chance I can for the Mimic chest. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy a Smoldering Stone, make an Infernal Axe, and then I'm going to commit to doing Cerberus at least long enough until I get a Smoldering Stone drop, and when I get that drop, I will sell it back to the Grand Exchange. And honestly, the Dragon Axe is just going to be sitting in my bank anyway. I don't plan to do any more wood cutting unless if, like a clue step requires it. So I think I'm okay with that. I'm not going to be skipping the content. I'm going to commit to going ahead and doing Cerberus. I'm just not going to do it right now. Because I literally can't. Let me add this to my spreadsheet here in a second. 1.1 mil. Alright. I need to show some more stuff from the browser. I'll do that here in a second. I've been referring to things a lot without actually showing them on screen. And I think my thought is just I'll just go back and show it, when I go to edit the video later. But a lot of this stuff will be out of date, like the high scores. I want to show which bosses are at top 50,000 where I can technically bail and buy stuff that they drop if I haven't dropped for me yet. Let's see, bonds ordered, items borrowed. I'll add this now that it's its own diary cape section. So this is Smoldering Stone. I added that to my tracker. Grab my axe. You need 85 firemaking. Really? I'm gonna have to boost to make this? Huh, I had no idea. Alright, well, what... I don't even know what spice firemaking uses. Hold on one second. Orange spice, okay. So I can do this from inside my mouse. Probably have to buy more stews here soon. I think the Infernal Axe also works for any clue step that requires the Dragon Axe, but we'll have to see. I'm not actually sure about that. Orange spice, all of it, I guess? Okay, I still have a good amount of orange spice. Didn't get it on the first one. Not on the second one. Did get a smithing boost though. Let me try to use that really fast. Don't ask me why I'm going to Yanil. I think I was doing it earlier. I needed a boost here for the diary entry. to try to quickly make a bunch of rune dart tips while I've boosted. Alright. I'm going to sell these pages soon. That's a bulk of my space problems right now. +5 smithing boost. Keep using it. Alright, I'm not going to have quite all of my runite bars smithed by the end of this, but a good chunk of them. Give me some good bossing materials later, and some good fletching XP. Let's keep fishing for that firemaking boost, though. +5, that wasn't so bad. Grab this stuff really quick. Fuck, where's the smoldering stone? There it is. Oh, I can't boost for it? Huh. Right on. Well then, I guess this wasn't a complete waste because I was still smithing dart tips. But today I learned. Okay, well, that makes me feel a little bit better about buying the smoldering stone now, because not only did I have to buy the smoldering stone, I also have to commit to getting 5 firemaking levels. Which I'm going to do. I got to clear up some bank space to make this less miserable in the future. I'm going to go make some bank room, and then we'll go to Wintertot again for the first time in an extremely long time until we get to 85. This is fine. I needed to get to 85 anyway for a couple other clue steps, so I'm not upset about it. Gotta remind myself what the hell we even bring to Wintertot. I guess I can use the hit points cape now, which is kind of cool. Hey, we're gonna get our first piece of candy moment in a long time. If I'm gonna go do the hit points cape, I should probably also make a region bracelet, so you can figure out what goes into that. I already have the crafting level. I don't have to boost, excuse me, to make the region bracelet, so that's easy. But I am going to have to go get an onyx, and that's going to require me farming up a bunch of chaos runes. So I'm going to do that, and make a region bracelet, enchant it, and then we'll go in. I'm going to see if I can hold on to some of my clue uniques now. I guess I could always sell them and just buy them back. The goal would be to just confirm that anything that I have in my POH storage corresponds with stuff that's in the collection log, right? So I don't have more items in there than what's in the collection log that'll let me know that I successfully bought stuff and returned it. Well, shit. I did fuck that up. I have to go put something back in a stash here real quick. Okay, so I need chaos runes. I need to remind myself how many chaos runes are required for one onyx. 260k. It's 9 each. Alright. Alright, 18,000 total. 18,004 divided by 9. We need 27,000 chaos runes. Off we go. Alright. I think I've got enough to get an onyx now. 260k. There it is. And now I'm going to try to craft it. Let's move to Wintertot. I've been wanting to do this since we got the hit points cape, but I just haven't had any activity that's really required fast regen. Chisel this thing. Okay, then I think I need a gold bar. And a bracelet mold. I have no idea what runes are required for enchant onyx, so I'll just take all of them. And you don't have to boost for that either. Nice. Onyx bracelet. There it is. Region bracelet. Nice. That plus hit points cape. And I have to remind myself what other gear you're supposed to wear in Meritot. I don't think it's like graceful, right? Oh no, that's right. It's warm clothing. Yeah, because I never made a inventory setup for that. Oh, I can't use the Firematic gloves anymore. That's right. What's this? Warm clothing. Santa, anti-Santa, bunny, clue hunter. Bomber cap and jacket don't make sense anymore. Yak legs. Fire cape technically counts. Oh, staff of fire. Oh, tome of fire. Duh. That solves a problem for me. Alright. It's double HP region. Because I need a space to equip the axe. It saves me some room there. Knife, fletching XP. Tinderbox, knife, hammer. Because I can use the house teleport now to heal between rounds. So you have 10's enough, should be. Alright, away we go. 5 levels at Wintertot. This will take a while. Maybe I'll pull this off with just like one brew. So I can warp every time. Hey, I got the Pyromancer pants. That's cool. Almost have the full set. Then I'll be able to store it because I won't ever touch Winterton again once I get to 85. Don't really have any reason to. Gets me some additional bonus XP, which is cool. Can also get rid of the rainbow scarf now, which is nice. Do that later. Take a break to take a shower here once I get to 81 firemaking, which should be soon. The last things I'm excited about would be the final piece of the Pyromancer gear. Double check what's in the supply crate. Oh, pages, actually. Forgot about that. My tome is almost empty, and there might be some content I could conceivably want it for. So even just one page drop between here and 85 would be nice. '81 firemaking. 4 to go. I'll finish this round and then go take a break to take a shower. Alright, I'll be back. Hey, I'm back. Let's get back to Wintertot.
It's got a Bruma torch. That's cool.
Firemaking 82. Hey, some torch souls. 3 to go. Hey, and there is the Pyromancer boots. I have the full set. There's nothing else I want from Wintertot. Very cool.
My last run today. Gotta prep for stream. Probably be back and finish up 85 next time I sign in.
Very happy to have the full Pyromancer set. I'll be able to store it without having to wait for the Mod Ash update. Alright, I'll see you. I'll be back. Good morning, it's a new day. I'm going to finish up 85 Firemaking, finish up this Master Clue Scroll, and then hopefully get back to Slayer training.
Making 83, 2 to go.
Hey, there's a second Bruma torch. I think it's correct to trade these in for burnt pages. We get Torsal seeds if I bank 3 of them, but the pages are really good. So I'll probably try to do that later once I'm done. Basically, I can get Torsal seeds by other methods. This is my only source of burnt pages. $84 Firemaking, 1 to go. What about, how about that? Worm gloves. That's cool. I'm not going to use them because of the region bracelet, but almost completed the collection log for Wintertot. See if it shows up here. Beautiful. Don't have a Dragon Axe, don't have a Phoenix, but I got everything else. I can get Dragon Axe from another place. Phoenix I don't care about. 85 firemaking. I'm done. I'll finish this round, but. Alright, and that will probably be the last winter task I do for an extremely long time. I might come back one day in the distant future if I need burnt pages for something. But we're 85 firemaking. I can make this infernal axe. Again, I'll be repaying that smoldering stone once I've got Cerberus unlocked. I'll unblock Hellhounds and do Cerberus, at least until I get that drop, but probably further to get some of the boot upgrade drops. God, cats are going insane here. Let me make this thing real quick. Here we go. If you wish to convert your Dragon Axe into an Infernal Axe, this cannot be reversed. Infernal Axes are untradeable. Proceed with the infusion. Sweet. Alright, I'm going to take a quick break to go feed my cat so that they chill out. I'll just leave the game running. I'll come back and do this Master Clue step. So this is super exciting. Today is July 14th. I posted a yellow text, black background 2007 Scape Reddit post requesting the ability to hold a Slayer task. I mocked up a thing that's like, you know, when I got Zilliana on a Sunday, I had to wait till Wednesday. I got so frustrated by that I was like, there should be a way to pay points to hold a task. I posted it on the subreddit. It was the top voted thing on the subreddit for about 24 hours, so it definitely got in front of the Jagex devs. And not a week later, they already have a blog for a Boss Slayer Master update that effectively does the same thing. Lets you hold a task and has Boss Slayer tasks separate from typical Slayer tasks. I really hope it passes. That would be super cool for this series, that as part of the series, before I finish, I submit something that effectively gets implemented into the game. We'll see if it happens. It would be really cool if it does. I guess I'll come back and celebrate on one of these VODs. You'll hear me celebrating about it 6 or 7 years after you've been enjoying it, and I'll be like, "That I'm the one that's responsible for that." And you'll be like, "Yeah, bullshit. That wasn't just your idea." But no, the timing. If you check my Reddit post history under Marstead, I posted the suggestion, and it's getting pulled or it's getting blogged not a week later. So pretty cool. All right. Master Clue step complete. What's next? Oh, thank God. I thought that said Zamorak Godsword, Zamorak Full Helm. I actually already have this, and I'll go ahead and take this opportunity to build a stash. I'm going to also go ahead and stash this Pyromancer outfit, as I have no intention of using it for a while here. I'm not sure if the Brumatorch can be stored. It would be nice if it can be. Might be about to go do a raid. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like we're going to go try raiding, so I'm going to gear up for that real quick. Yeah, it looks like we're going to give Xeric a try. So, going to go gear up. I seem to be missing my ancient chaps. I'm not clear on how that happened. See if I can track them down. Wouldn't have dropped them. Fuck. Of course I forgot that. I gotta just pay the amount to make it 0 coins. Do I have to pay every time I use the carts? For 100k, you'll never have to pay again. Okay, I'll pay. Sweet. Oh, I'm a dumbass. I'm like, where do my ancient chaps go? They're in my inventory. I just hadn't clicked on them because I'm an idiot. Okay. You probably noticed that too when it was over here. What are you talking about? It's right there. Oh, right. I moved the Lunar Spellbook. Let me go grab that real quick. Alright, I'm going to try scouting for a good raid here. We got time to do one. I'll finish the Master Clue after. Alright, we got a raid 200 in on it now. This is fun. We get to explain Vanguards to Clover. They usually skip it. Just learn something about Tecton. If Tecton steps on top of you, you're just locked. You can't move for the rest of the phase. So we didn't do as well as we probably could have as a result. Yeah, I'm going to try being the runner this time. Clover gave me kind of a rundown of how that's supposed to work. Bring my stamina potion just to play it safe. The extra revitalization potion hasn't been super important so far. Been typing this whole time. I'm sure a lot of it's still showing up in the fast forward where I'm editing this in a way that has more after the fact commentary for me. The runner helped me a ton. I was able to understand this fight better than before. Before I was just kind of like following Trock and Clover's guidance without really understanding why we were doing those things. All right, so I got an elite clue scroll, which is pretty neat. I'm gonna go try to do that after I finish the master clue scroll, just in case it contains another master clue. This was a pretty good raid, though. I'll see if I can summarize the stuff that I just typed. Basically, it was really smart having me be runner because I've learned a lot more about the fight. I didn't completely understand how the head turning worked, and I didn't realize that he could face left, middle, or right. I thought it was just left or right, so I didn't understand when people kept telling me to get back to my side. It's because if someone moves into this zone here in the middle, it counts as the center, and then he faces the center and attacks both of us. Kind of makes me want to do an Ulm tutorial video. The ones I've seen are all constructed in a way that kind of assumes you've already done it. I've had this problem with a lot of guide content for RuneScape, that it doesn't seem to actually be written for people who have never seen it before in their lives, and it doesn't really walk through the fight in a logical order. So I might want to go in there at some point and try to lay that out as best as I can. Might be helpful for some folks. I get the fight way better now. I saw one guy that's like 40 minutes long, and it starts with all the attacks you have to dodge, and it's like, we really need to explain the way the head works before anything comes up. That's the most important thing, and it's the last thing a lot of things get to, because it's like, oh, you're a newbie, you don't have to worry about the running. It's like, but you have to understand what the runners are doing and what the core mechanic of the fight is in order to better obey rules about which side to stand on. I'm going to build this Master Clue stash. It says it's in Krill's chamber. I feel like it's not actually in Krill's chamber, right? It's got to be like in... It's got to be in that general area. Southeast corner of Zamorak's fortress. Okay. So yeah, it's not like literally inside the boss room. That would be ridiculous. Get some god pieces here. So I got to make tea for this. I think it's a fairly long run compared to their master stashes, but I think I can make it if I'm quick about it. Let's see. Tea created. Make sure I got full energy, and we're going to give this a shot. think I can still do it with a +2 boost if I recall. Oh, right, I lose all my prayer when I get in here. That might be a bad thing. Because I did not bring a prayer potion. Alright, built the stash, so if I have to run back, I can do that. Alright, so it's stuff I already have equipped. Oh god, don't tell me it's actually Angel's chamber, and it's just the stash that's not. Let me check, hold on. Outside, thank god. Did bring the blowpipe. Can range him to death. Safe spot something for the first time in a long time. This seems to be working. Perfect. New clue. Fur rot entrance. I forgot to fucking put the stuff in the stash. I'll do that. Here in a second, hold on. Grab the burger rot pants from when I come back. Definitely don't need that shadow sword. Luminata, near the burger rot entrance. Casket, master casket, what do we get? Come on, mimic. Nope, not this time. These ones that just give you money always make me sad. I mean, 550k is pretty good, but I still want something better. Fucking 3 2/2 of key, are you serious? Alright, I'm gonna do the elite clue scroll that I unlocked. I gotta do some bank cleanup again soon. After this step, I'm gonna step away for a few seconds. Should be back pretty quickly. Alright, these guys are task only blood velds. Shoot. Where are the off-task blood velds? Is there some on the second floor? There's the ones in the Mire Ditch laboratories, and I can fight the... I think I have to fight a regular veld, not a mutated one. It's a quick elite casket. What do we get? Still not a mimic. Another money casket. Go bank some of this stuff and then try to mess with my bank. And then I'm going to go do a birdhouse run and then we're going to get back to Slayer. This is all an extended disruption from Harask. It's kind of funny. Try to get some alking done here if I can. Do some farming contract stuff. Might go fight the Spory real quick. As well. I should get back in the habit of doing the Spory once a day. It would be nice to get the bottomless compost bucket in case I ever have to, well, when I inevitably have to farm for potions and the like. Dragon fruit. Spory time. Let's do this. Still no drop from the Spory. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back.
See ya. Hey, and that was the episode. Thank you so much for watching and for waiting so long for this one to come out. I am still playing the group Iron. I'm probably going to stop posting updates in these videos because I have an idea for a way to publish some content associated with that. I do have all of the screenshot options activated in RuneLite, so every significant event that's ever happened on the account, except for the handful of times I've done something AFK on my phone, has been captured on the group Iron. And I think I could do like a slideshow presentation of those screenshots and kind of talk over them to explain the order in which we did things, you know, the significant events as they occurred. I don't plan on doing anything like that for the foreseeable future. I do have the screenshots saved and backed up, and it might be some kind of video project to do to bridge the gap between the main series and the RuneScape 3 series that I eventually intend to do probably sometime in the next couple of years. So should get some group Iron content from me at some point, at least in the form of screenshots, and maybe I'll start recording videos for it if we start getting to particularly compelling content. But in the meantime, we should get back on the once per week video cadence starting next week. I hope to have a video up either Sunday or Monday of next week, so around December 20th or so. And then I'm definitely going to be doing lots of Leagues 3 content. What's probably going to happen there, I'll end up putting a link to it in the description, but I've got a second channel for the lower effort, faster edit Leagues content where I just use a tool called Unsilence to automatically fast forward quiet parts of the video for me. It doesn't work as well as my manual editing, so it's not something that I really want to like plague the main channel with. But I'd be willing to put it on that second channel and just automatically upload everything I do in Leagues 3. So stay tuned for that. Once Leagues 3 launches, I'll, in future videos, give the link to the other channel so you can check that out. But have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you next week. Bye.